Good day, everyone. I am going to continue my discussion for today. The Pidgin. Pidgin is a new language which developed in situation where speakers of different languages need to communicate but do not share a common language. So, the two speakers communicating but they don't have a common language. For example, is a Chinese boy and a Filipino boy. And the situation, the Chinese boy lost here in the Philippines and he need to communicate from the Filipino boy so he can know where is the location of kung saan siya nakatira or kung saan siya pupunta. So, the Chinese boy speak Mandarin while the Filipino boy speak Filipino or Tagalog. So, for them to understand each other is gagamit sila ng language na magkakaintindihan sila. Pwedeng English because English is a universal language. Sometimes they also using mixture of words from their both languages na hindi nila namamalayan, and from that is nagkakaintindihan sila. And that is Pidgin. So next, let's move on to Creole. It's a Pidgin that becomes the first language of the children or mother tongue of a certain community. There's an example here in the Philippines which is the Chabacano. In this, if there's a development of this Pidgin, the language which was formed just out of the situation and already have this standard and it was already established in the community, that is called Creole, and it's already stable. It means that it can be passed through onto next generation. It's developed from simplifying and mixing of different languages into a new one. So in Pidgin is a new language, but it can be a Creole if that language will be a mother tongue of a community. So now let's move on to register. Determine the vocabulary, structure, and some grammar in one's writing and even in one's oral discourse. So dito, ito yung kung paano mo bubuuin yung mensahe mo. Kung paano ka makikipag-usap at kung ano yung dapat mong gamitin ng mga salita. So now let's move on to the 5 type of register. The frozen, formal, consultative, casual, and intimate. First is the frozen register, language that rarely and never change. Examples are Pledge of Alliance, with song, poetry, prayer, and loss. And our national anthem is also a example of frozen register. Frozen register also have a specific audience. This register also learned of a person and passed down from generation to generation to preserve it. So next, formal register, one-way communication. Complete sentences focus on one form. Example, presentation, essay in school, interviews. Also, it indicates about information or facts to explain the idea to others. If you want to be a good in public speech or school paper na ipapasa, formal register is what you need. So next, consultative register. This register used when consulting an expert such as a doctor. So, madalas nating naaalala pag consult is a doctor and a patient because the patient need a help from the doctor para gumaling siya. So, parang ganito lang din yan sa may consultative register. We need an advice from an expert or yung may merong experience sa atin. For example, in here, sinabi, stranger who interact, adults at work, teacher with the student, talking with the lawyer or a doctor. So that is consultative. So next is casual register. This register is conversational in tone. It is the language used among between friends. For example, is talking to a friend, personal letter to a friend. And in casual register, they don't follow standard and societal rules, but they follow specific rules and norms of the group. So the last one is intimate register, the language used by lovers. This is the most intimate form of language. Also in this register, it develops the relation of two or the group with the close relationship. It's not only in the specific lovers relationship, but it can also be your family, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, and that is intimate register. So that's all my report. Thank you.